Alright guys, I'm sorry for the lack of videos recently. I've been playing a little too much bit of Roblox surfing. So, not the most productive, I know. Taking it a bit slow right now, but we're getting into it. We're doing this. But I thought something that would be fun and easy to do would be a little story time. Woo, we love story times. Yeah, story time videos. Never been done before. Super original. Throughout my young life, pretty much, I have maybe gotten hurt once or twice, 4 times in the same week. So I have a couple fun stories to tell about that. And I guess this is where I shamelessly plug that I want subscribers because I do live streams here on YouTube and I can't get monetized on live streams. So subscribe to me so that I can get to 1,000 subs, and we will do another like event thing. I think, hopefully, maybe do it. Subscribe. The earliest memory of me being like put in the hospital for getting severely injured was probably back in kindergarten. I was like 6 or 7 years old here, if even. I was doing what I used to call the sloth. Basically, I was just hanging off a tree like I usually did, as any other kid would do in kindergarten. Until on this one particular day, my hand just happened to slip, and I fell face first with all my body weight right down onto like this really sharp rock. So of course, as any other child would do, I started crying my absolute eyes out, just calling for help because everything hurt and I couldn't move. And I don't remember much from right after that because I basically passed in and out of consciousness. I remember my kindergarten teacher grabbing me and moving me to another room, and then them calling my mom and my mom arriving at the kindergarten like 10 minutes later, even though she worked on the other side of town that the kindergarten was at. So like she was fast. To be fair though, she had just gotten a call from the kindergarten saying that her child was unresponsive after falling down from a tree. So, fair enough to my mom. Good mom moment. I remember being put onto the stretcher and just laying in the ambulance trying to open my eyes and not being able to. Like, I used all my strength and I just couldn't open my eyes. Everything between the ambulance and being at the hospital, I cannot remember at all. Like, I remember being at the hospital, going in and out of this, I think it's an x-ray machine. I don't remember anything inside of it, but I remember every time I went in, I would come out on another side, and I would see my mom standing like next to the doctors, but her outfit had changed. At least that's how it looked in my eyes. Like, I'm pretty sure I was hallucinating, because my mom was not switching outfits that fast. But I swear, for the love of everything, that's what I saw. I was hallucinating like absolute crazy. And all I remember just going in and out of that machine was my mom changing clothes, and that's pretty much it. I woke up in the hospital bed like the day after, just not really realizing what was going on with this like salt water dispenser in my hand. And I thought that was cool because I was like, oh, this looks like a gun. So I was like, yes, I have a gun for a hand, and I used it to shoot my dad, which again, like, kids be kids, and that's what I did. I think I still have a couple photos from that, which I'm likely not gonna share with anyone because they're quite private. And it's just pictures of me as a child in a hospital bed. I guess I could share this one. I don't think I'm gonna share the rest. I think the next big injury that I had in canonical order was when I absolutely demolished my middle finger, which I will stand by this, it was not my fault. We were at like a children's birthday party doing a treasure hunt, and one of the clues for the treasure hunt was buried inside a pile of bricks. Who arranged that? Like, which parent arranged that a bunch of like 9-year-old kids should be playing a big pile of bricks? But apparently that was a thing. So looking through all these bricks, one of my classmates at the time flipped over one of the bricks and landed right on my finger, right on the tip, and it gave me a big fracture down the middle. So that was fun. And then I had to go back to the cabin where I had to wait for the others to get back. But I was like, oh, at least they'll share the candy with me when they get back, right? Because usually at the end of these treasure hunts, I don't know if that's like a Danish thing or not, but usually at the end of these treasure hunts, you'd get like chocolate and candy and whatnot. Yeah, no, they had candy and they had plastic fake gems, and it was really cool. And I got nothing. I was told by my classmates, well, you should have been there. It's like, I would have if you didn't crush my finger and made it explode. My finger had exploded from the inside, and they gave me a bag of peas. So we went to the hospital afterwards, and yeah, no, it was a big fracture in the like plum of my finger. I don't know what the core of my tip, like the core of the tip of my finger, had basically fractured and shattered. Not broken, just fractured, I think. Which has given me a permanent scar and dent in my finger, so my finger is misshapen. But we deal with it. So yeah, for that experience, not only did I not get any of the treasure that the other kids got, because, you know, kids be kids, and they're like, oh, you weren't there, so you should have just been a part of it, then you would have gotten candy and chocolate and plastic gems. I was like, yeah, well, you know, I would have if you didn't crush my finger. What? And then the parents, they just gave me a bag of frozen peas to put on it while my finger had exploded. Like, don't give me peas, give me medical attention, goddammit. And next up, we have a very nice story of how I absolutely fell down and ate. It's a funny story, right? We had to do running exercises during class, and it was on the playground. And now the playground is fully made out of asphalt. And I, as the mega genius Jimmy Neutron style kid that I was, decided that I thought it would be fun to run around the bench that was in the middle of the playground, which in my defense was a circle, and they told us we had to run circles in the playground. So I did. So I got on this bench and I was like, haha, look at me go. And I started running around on the bench, and then my foot slipped because it had rained the day before and the bench was very wet. And I just fell down from the bench. I just face first right down into the asphalt. I just ate shit. Just completely buried my face in the ground. And I think I can show a picture of this. I don't think this is against YouTube's TOS. It wasn't as bad as some of my other injuries, but it still hurt like hell. And it left a mark on my face for a couple days. I think my last story that I have for today its place in my cooking class of the 5th grade. And I grabbed this onion, right? I really wish I remember what we were making, but I grabbed this onion, right? And as I was slicing it in half, I felt something hard in the middle. And you know, as the chef I was, I decided that, oh well, if there's something hard in the middle, then I just need to push the knife harder. So I did. And I mean, yeah, I got through the onion, but but at the same time, the knife slipped and sliced open my thumb. It's not good. The knife had almost cut halfway through my finger. I don't think it hit bone, but I didn't see it myself. My teacher was talking about me getting stitches, but when I got to my aunt picking me up, she looked at it and said, nah, that's probably fine. We'll just put a band-aid on it. So we did. And now I have a permanent scar on my thumb as well. So I have a permanent scar on both my thumb and my middle finger on my right hand. Yippity-doo! Yay! But you know, the worst thing about the story is the fact that earlier that day, my mom had specifically told me not to get hurt. Which this was the first time I gotten hurt in cooking class, by the way. So it was completely unwarranted that my mom told me not to get hurt. But the reason why she said it was because my parents were going away for a while. Like, they were on the highway, literally on their way to the other side of Denmark. So, you know, very good time to get hurt. Anyway, guys, that's gonna have to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoy. I know it's a bit of a different style of video than I usually do. Well, it's technically not, but you know what I mean. If you liked it, then be sure to tell me so that I can make more. Because I do like making storytime videos. And this was a pain to edit. You don't know the struggles that I've been through. It's taken so long for me to be happy with it, and I still am not quite happy enough. Anyway, yeah, no, bye.